Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Today we again will take a look at the euro currency. Situation slightly has changed due to the recent plunge in the euro currency. In fact, guys, the euro hasn't kept the chance for a light and easy retracement and turned to the upside. So if on the last week that was the question mostly on the daily and intraday time frame retracement, since daily trend was bullish, and we was needed just to wait when the intraday chart and trend will shift bullish and get the retracement, take the position, and market could turn to the upside. Euro has failed to do this. So since daily trend has shifted bearish, it tells that market has increased the scale of this retracement from the daily chart to the weekly. Because on the weekly time frame chart, trend is bullish, but on the daily time frame chart, it has trend bearish. Since we trade mostly on the daily chart, currently we do not have any context for taking the long position. And for thinking again about this, we need to wait when the daily trend will become bullish again. Until this will happen, our context will remain bearish, since we also do not have any bullish directional patterns by the chart Apple. It becomes overall situation a bit more sophisticated, but recent move down that has lasted within for the five recent sessions is not a strategy yet. So despite the retracement is a bit deeper than we have expected, it doesn't mean yet that euro has no chances to continue move higher. Particular to this moment, we will dedicate current analysis. Well, guys, we suggest you will read our weekly research because it contains some interesting issues on the monthly and weekly chart analysis. Also, guys, last week we've got finally the CFTC confirmation of the bullish sentiment shifting on euro currency. Those positions of the traders have shifted significantly in the bullish side, but at the same time we do not have clear patterns on the monthly chart that could confirm the possible upward continuation. So this is a bit confusing situation where from the one point of view you have the support from the COET numbers that tells that investors shifted positions to the bullish. From the other point of view, you do not have any clear patterns that confirms this and that points on the further upward continuation. Especially taking into consideration recent drop, it definitely will postpone our possible entry on the long side of the market if euro will keep the upward sentiment at all. So mostly it will depend on how market will behave around major support and common week. Actually, guys, the crucial point for this upward action of recent trend stands at 108 lows. So if market will take out of these lows, it simultaneously will probably mean that market will drop to the next lows that was formed on the monthly charts around 104. That's why on the common week market will approach the major support area. That probably will explain everything. Take a look at the daily chart. So we see that butterfly has been confirmed, market dropped to the significant retracement. This in fact not a surprise because market was overbought and on the daily chart, on the weekly chart, and this reaction from the overbought on the weekly to the oversold on the daily, it's normal because oversold reaction is equals to the counter reaction. If market hits the weekly overbought, it on the retracement it could hit the daily oversold. That's normal. That's why it's not really some drastic action, or it's not the reason for some strategy or something of that sort. This doesn't mean yet that the upward action is over. Absolutely not. But still, this very impossible. This will be a really important moment for the euro currency, because take a look. Market is approaching to the 618 support of the butterfly action. This will be also the major VIP support of the whole upward action from these lows to this high. It's 104.30 lows to this high. It's 50% support, 10.87. We know the euro currency likes 50% levels. Also, guys, this is some kind of the confluence support, and take a look, daily oversold. If market will pass through this level, what the chances that the market will hold above these lows? In this case, the next target will be 108 lows, and if market will pass through them, it will be next 104. It's very clear. Trend has shifted bearish, guys. That's why currently we can't think about the taking the long position. And the major part of our analysis and of our work on the common week will stand in relation to this area. First, we will need to wait when the market will hit it, and then we will monitor how market will behave around this level, what patterns will be formed, whether trend will shift bullish on the daily time frame or no. If this will happen, if trend will shift bullish, then we could return back to discussion with possible taking the long positions. On the 4-hour time frame chart, guys, we have the same ABCD pattern in progress. As soon as market has passed through the 100%, so you can see the reaction to the upside was really mild. Our context in the minor sweeper B technique, we can't say that it hasn't failed. It just this setup was created in the break-even moment, at the moment where was the edge for a euro to hold bullish sentiment, since that was the break-even point of the trend on the daily time frame chart. This was the last point where we could take the attempt for taking the long position. But the minesweeper technique hasn't realized, and market dropped lower and confirmed that this will be some more this will be longer retracement down. This will be some another scale of this retracement. This is not the failure. This is not a mistake, because we do know that here setup could fail. That's why this was our task, and we have discussed this, that this is the moment where we could minimize risk to apply this minesweeper technique entry. And in fact, the loss was very small. Right now we're watching for this level, because this will be the 1618 extension of this ABCD pattern. It stands in agreement approximately 1050, in agreement with the major 50% support 1080. So the ABCD target on the 4-hour time frame chart stands right here. So it creates even an agreement with this, so it becomes this level. It will make this level even stronger. So this is what we will do in the beginning of the next week. So do not treat this yesterday action as some kind of our mistake or some sort of our failure. It's absolutely not the case, because market has broken the daily trend. When we have taken the long position, both trends were bullish, and the last time when we have entered long here on the minor retracement, somewhere in the euro, probably here, I don't remember exactly, but we have applied the same technique on the last week. Right here, that was the minor sweeper A technique as well for taking to the upside. It has worked because daily trend has survived, but here the daily trend has been broken. That's why this just was the consequence of this of the fact that the market has destroyed the bullish context. It just indicates the failure of the context. Our context was broken. That's why we have applied this minesweeper B and minimized the risk of this possible trade. So that's been said, guys. On the next week, we will be watching for in the beginning of the reaching of the major support, and we will see how market will behave around this support. If we will get again reestablishing of the bullish trend of the daily chart, we could return back to discussion of the possible taking long position. But right now, it's absolutely impossible. Speaking about the short position, well, I think that's not the time yet, because market stand almost right at the major support. It's not really a good idea for taking the short position right here.